Hello and welcome. My name is Jess and today I'm going to be guiding you through a yoga practice that is really good for easing menstrual discomfort. So if you get a lot of cramps and a lot of pain around your period, this practice is going to be excellent for you. So today we'll focus on postures that really open up through the pelvis and the hips. We'll also do a lot of forward folds because this gives a really nice nurturing, massaging and nourishing effect to the pelvic area of the body. Today's practice is good for beginner right through to advanced. If you really enjoyed this practice, remember that you can download and print out a little PDF that I've created with my little character that I draw, who I call Jenny, and Jenny will take you through each of the poses. So if you really like this practice and you would like to practice it regularly, but you don't want to have to return to this video all of the time, then you can download and print out my little guide here and just pop that at the top of your yoga mat, turn some nice music on, and then you can follow through each of the yoga postures. Okay, so when you're ready, we will begin. We'll start the practice today just with a nice standing forward fold. So come to the top of your yoga mat, take a nice inhale, and as we exhale, we're just going to bend the knees a little and fold forward over the legs. So you can step the feet wide. I'm stepping mine about hips width apart. Knees can be bent. We'll hold on to opposite elbow and we'll just dangle here while we take some nice deep mindful breaths. So this is also a really nice posture if you get headaches with your period. It can be really nice to take this pose anytime you're experiencing headaches, tension, anxiety. Just taking a moment, taking some deep breaths. We get a really nice fresh supply of blood to the brain. And when you're ready, inhale, and we're going to rise very slowly. As we come up to standing, the eyes can be closed down. Beautiful. And we'll just step our feet wide as we get set up for our goddess pose. So the feet are coming out past hips width. You can point the toes out a little bit. Take a nice inhale, and as we exhale, hands come to the hips, and we're just going to squat down. So this is a very challenging pose. So you can rock a little from side to side. And this will help to make the pose a little bit easier. Let's bring the hands down towards the knees. Take an inhale. And as we exhale, we're just going to look back over that right shoulder. Giving a really beautiful twist through the torso and the spine. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, twist, looking over the left shoulder. Inhale, coming back to center. Well done. Inhale, come back up to standing. Keep the legs wide as we set up for our pyramid pose. Point the toes of the right foot to the top of your mat, or the bottom. And then we're just going to turn that left foot to point inwards a little. So it's going to be pointing towards the left corner of your mat. Inhale, square the hips off to the front of your mat. Exhale, fold halfway down. So this can be quite a challenging pose. If you're already finding it difficult, it's okay to bend into the front leg. You can place some blocks beside the front foot. If you're all right and ready to go further, you can come with me. Place the hands or the fingertips down onto the ground. Draw that right hip back. Take an inhale. Exhale, let the head and the neck relax. So this can be quite a challenging pose if you have tight hamstrings. It is completely fine to bend into that front knee. You can also place some blocks beside your front foot, and that will just bring the ground up to your hands a little bit. And remember that the more often you practice these poses, the more the body's going to open up and flexibility will come. Taking deep breaths, eyes closed down. On your next inhale, coming halfway up, press into that front foot, just pause halfway. Exhale. Inhale, slowly rise. We'll come into the same pose on the other side. Just swivel the feet around. Left toes are pointing towards the front of the mat or the bottom of the mat. Right toes are pointing towards the right corner. Square the hips off to the front. Inhale. Exhale, come halfway down. Taking your option here, you can bend the knee, place your hands on blocks, or you can come with me. Bring the hands down onto the ground. Draw that left hip back, getting a beautiful stretch through that left leg. Inhale. And as you exhale, relax the head and the neck. Nice, long, deep breaths. When you're ready, inhale, let's come halfway up, pause. Excellent, coming all the way up. Keeping the legs wide, we'll just point the feet towards the edge of the mat and just heel toe the feet in just a little bit. So we're standing just a little wider than hips width apart. And when you're ready, we'll take an inhale. And as we exhale, bend the knees, coming down into a nice deep squat, our Malasana pose. Hands are down on the ground, and we're just going to rock a little bit from side to side. Taking some nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, we'll just come to settle down in the middle of our mat. So your heels might be up off the ground. That's completely fine. If you can bring your heels down, bring them down. Hands can stay at the front there, or you can bring your hands into prayer, chest center. Elbows are to the insides of the knees. You can press the knees against the elbows, and you'll feel a really nice stretch through the hips. Let's take some nice deep breaths. And when you're ready, we'll come to sit down. Coming to a really nice side stretch to really create some space through the abdomen. So you can have your legs crossed or one foot in front of the other, half lotus, lotus, whatever you like. And when you're ready, place the left hand down onto the ground. Palm of the left hand comes down onto the ground. Inhale, right hand comes up over that right ear. So creating a lot of space down the right side waist here. You can either look up towards the ceiling or down towards the ground, whichever feels good for you. And you can press that right sit bone and the right hip back towards the ground to increase the stretch. If you'd like to go a little bit deeper into this pose, option to bring that left elbow down onto the ground. Breathing deeply. Inhale to come up, and let's come into that same pose on the other side. Right hand onto the ground, left arm up over the ear. Press the left hip and the left sit bone towards the ground. Option to bring that right elbow down onto the ground, creating space. So remember, we don't want to collapse our chest down towards the ground because then we're not making any space. We really want to stay open through the chest. Draw that left shoulder blade back down the back. Inhale to come up to center, and we'll set up for our butterfly pose. Bring the soles of the feet together. Draw the feet in towards the body. Inhale, extend through the spine. You can give yourself a nice little foot massage here, always in these sort of poses. If I'm staying in them for a little while, I always give my feet a nice massage. Taking nice, slow, deep breaths. Feeling some gratitude for yourself for taking this time out today to nourish and nurture your body and your mind. So much power and healing in the stillness. Going a little bit deeper into this pose, we'll come to fold forward. So when you're ready, just bringing the head down towards the feet, roll the back over. Roll the spine over. You might not be able to come all the way down, and that is absolutely fine. It really doesn't matter how deep into these postures you can go, because remember that we're massaging our internal organs, calming them, and getting a nice flow of prana, a nice flow of energy these areas of the body. Take an inhale, slowly rise. Pop your hands underneath your thighs, draw the knees together, and we'll come into a nice seated forward fold. Bring the legs out in front. You can have your legs out straight, or you can have your knees bent, whichever is more comfortable for you. We'll take an inhale here, and as we exhale, folding forward, palms of the hands are on the ground. Let the head and the neck relax. This can feel quite challenging if you're tight through your hamstrings. Take some nice deep breaths. Consciously relax. If you ever feel any cramping or uncomfortable, you feel any pain, it's really important just to come out of the yoga posture, realign your body, and see if you can go back in. You might be able to come a little bit further down, forearms, elbows on the ground. Letting go of any thoughts. Relax the face, relax your shoulders. Notice any sounds around you. Notice the feeling of your body touching your yoga mat. Inhale, slowly rise. Next we'll come into our half Lord of the Fishes pose. So we're going to bend the right knee. Take the sole of the right foot and place it over across to the outside of your left thigh or your left hip. So we've got this leg coming across like so. Next, hug that knee in towards the body. Next, we'll hug the right leg with the left arm as we gently twist to the right, placing the right hand on the ground behind you. Let the shoulders drop away from the ears. Stay here if that's enough for you, or if you can go a little bit further, bring the outside of the left arm to the outside of that right leg. Use the arm to gently press into the leg to twist a little bit deeper. Here we're getting a beautiful stretch through the back, through the torso, through the chest, massaging our internal organs. Inhale to come back to center, and we'll come into the same pose on the other side. Extend the right leg out, bend the left leg, left foot comes to the outside of the right thigh or the right hip. Twisting to the left, hug that left knee, gazing back over the left shoulder. If it's available to you, the outside of the right arm can come to the outside of the left leg. Press into the leg. Breathing deeply. Inhale, center. And just come to sit in the middle of your yoga mat. Bring the hands together at chest center. Offer yourself gratitude, love and kindness. Thank yourself for taking time out of your day to nourish and nurture your body and your mind. Namaste. I really hope you enjoyed today's practice, and if you are experiencing menstrual discomfort, I really hope that this brought some relief to you. You can do this practice as often as you like, and remember you can download our little guide through a link below. We've also got our website down below if you want to see more of what we offer. Happy practicing. Namaste.